Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Everyone, hands up. This is a fucking robbery of your time. Now, I know, hey, YouTube isn't the best for censorship, and that's why I'm telling you today about my Rumble channel. Yes, that's right, everybody. I have a Rumble channel. If videos like this are ever taken down, go on over to my Rumble. Link will always be on my Discord. I'll always send out a notification here as well if a video is ever taken down. So, yeah. Without further ado, enjoy this video. What is up, everybody? It is your host, BLAKE, aka Blake, and welcome back to another video. Today we have a bit of a different video than what you're probably used to from me. Even like drama-wise, I got invited to a dating show by a good friend of mine, Puddlesucker, which I do mention in the actual event itself. I do mention Puddle being a super based plumber that I thought would be on, you know? But yeah, let's get right into it. Of course, this was not something like an actual dating show, but it was based off the Raj show in a way. Of course, there was no love or host. No one got rated, from my knowledge. But yeah, this was all streamed live on kick.com/nexus_x6217x. But yeah, let's get into the actual introduction of the dating show.
All right, Trow, how are you? How are you, Trow?
I'm okay. Call me Fedora now, please.
Oh, can you
Over that
repeat
shit
that?
for the troll.
His new name is Fedora.
Oh, the fedora?
Yeah, he rebranded.
Listen,
All right, why'd you
fucking.
rebrand?
Hang on, let me put. Listen, the real answer is because something too close to home, and I don't need to fucking have my occupation last.
Yeah, that's okay. It's understandable.
I don't give a shit anyway, man. I know. Listen, like I remember I saw one fucking person like type in their chat, like I think someone called First, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I may be a more cretin, but at least I fucking blast." I was like, "Listen, I know I'm a fucking piece of shit, fucking criminal, fucking like wanker, like yeah, no shit, bruv, like you know, I don't give a fuck."
Don't listen to the haters.
All right,
Yeah,
are you excited for tonight, Trow? I mean, Fedora. Hold on, it's gonna take me a while. But by the time the panel starts, I'll have it down.
I just raw dogged a fucking street hall, and I'm pretty sure I got chlamydia already, so that's gonna be fun. But I'll be alright. I mean, fuck it, whatever I do.
I had a Perry background that I wanted to use. Also, my camera's kind of shit,
Okay.
but.
Oh my god. Let's go, Crystal. This is the Bachelorette's Crystal.
Hi.
Hello, yeah, the fucking amazing lineup.
Wait, can you guys hear me? I'm a whispering.
Yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
Uh-huh.
We can hear you, Chronic. David, are you there?
Chronic's here.
Bro, why does she look like that?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm wearing the wig
I'm
for you,
fucking here.
Chronic.
Right, Crystal, you can't
It's
have
so
this
weird
background.
hearing
Oh,
your
it's gonna be
voice.
biased.
Your face is
I
so
just
funny.
wanted to show.
Remove the background. This is gonna be biased. People are gonna
Wait,
say.
is that your real hair?
No.
Are you serious?
Whoa, the fucking rap bastard Maltese motherfucker, how's it going?
Well, I
Well, can I
wanted
have some
Jay.
money?
Go fuck yourself.
What's wrong, man?
What, Fedora
No,
You want
Fluke?
my money?
I don't care, bro. I don't even care enough to engage. Just it's all right, whatever.
I'm
Can I have
Well,
some
Fedora
Ricky?
Fluke looks
Oh,
like
let's go,
like-
David. Show
Can we
Oh,
make sure
actually.
that Troll gives me money before we start this panel?
I
What
haven't
do you
sucked
mean?
my dick.
Why does Fedora have to
About
give you
what?
money, Perry?
Yeah, Flurry, we are on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't realize we were live. Sorry, I apologize to Ricky. Okay, how about I do not
I mean,
care.
if you really mean
Okay.
this apology,
Stop!
even
Don't
Ricky.
talk now. Oh my god. No,
I owe you nothing, bro. I owe you nothing.
no,
If
no.
anything,
Don't worry about
It's
Perry.
very-
It's just the trolling. We're gonna start the.
like, I got fucking done. Okay, I don't care. It is what it fucking is. I'm only the reason I'm here is because fucking Kathy messaged me to remind me of this existence. Okay, I am posting
yeah,
after
we love.
fucking.
Everyone is so
after
excited
what-
that you're here. They're
doing
celebrating.
I'm doing it because it's across my purview. Oh no, I don't fucking give a shit, bruv. Okay,
It's okay.
but
that's
don't
fine.
fucking try.
We can't hear you,
believe
David.
in
By the way.
Because I'm particularly.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not talking to you guys right now.
Okay. What are you sucking on?
Do not shout. Do not shout. Shh.
See, look at this wonderful cast of characters. You got myself, which they all know me as David. A lot of people still know me as David. We got the prize, the crown jewel of the event, Crystal. And we got Trough, who I only know Trough as some really degenerate alcohol drug abuser who does coke and stuff, which I actually think he does coke during the event. You can see sometimes you'll hear like a sniff come from him as he like bends over his fat table. You got Perry, another streamer in drama, very controversial figure. You got who I believe was meant to be the host and actual moderator for the event, Ricky Live. I don't really know much about him besides he's a small up-and-coming YouTuber who bravely hosted this event. You got Chronic Sonic, aka SNS Swagger, over on Twitter. He's just really a clipper and stuff. I don't really know if he does his own content outside of Twitter clips. And then you got an H3H3 Snark mod, aka Kathy Doyle, who's this like Indian guy that comes from the JStock community, from what I've been told. But yeah. Oh, and I forgot Salvo Pancakes, one of the very controversial, well-known figures in commentary. He joins later in this event. I just thought I'd give my own introduction of everybody. Also, there's two things I need to actually address here. Well, three. So, one, you'll hear Kathy ask, what am I sucking on? That's a gourmet sucker. It's the bubblegum flavor. I just really like those. They keep me occupied. And then two, why am I so fucking red? So my screens, I use red light instead of blue light. So yeah, it only becomes like a lot wider during the night. But that's because of just like different stuff that I have pulled up as well, and my Rust gameplay is also very red. That's so I can see during the nighttime. And three, why do I keep talking to myself throughout this? You'll keep seeing me just randomly talk. As I said, I was streaming on Kick to about like 10 people during this time. So yeah, that's my only regret really, was that I was playing Rust the entire time. It is what gets me, not to spoil this, but to be honest, it is what gets me kicked, because I was playing Rust and shit and talking to my own chat and just laughing along with my buds. You guys, hey, let's get a bit parasocial. No, I'm joking, no. But yeah, those were just the three things I felt like I needed to address. But yeah, let's let them continue. Also, of course, I'm only going to be really playing my answers to stuff, just to be fair to Ricky here. I don't want to entirely leech his content, you know? But yeah, let's get right into it.
All right. So while we wait for Salvo and Go Cattle, whether Go Cattle actually joins or not, let's start introducing ourselves. You know, David, why don't you go first? Introduce yourself to Crystal, and at that, give her a rating out of 10.
Rating out of 10? Well, I'm gonna start with the
I should be
rating.
giving the ratings. What the hell? This is my dating panel.
Yeah.
Can you rate me?
Yeah, you can rate him right after.
Wait. What are you doing, Ricky?
himself.
Let them introduce themselves first. Don't start questioning. Just let them introduce themselves. Crystal first, and then they go one by one.
Let David talk. Let David talk.
Hey, I'm David. You guys know me. Real name Blake. Streaming on Kick right now. Nexus _ XX217X. Pretty cool. I'm just a Rust content creator, really. Nothing else.
All right, Fedora, introduce yourself to Crystal.
Hello, my name is Fedora, aka Jack. I think I'm the only person here with an actual professional job. I enjoy golf and drinking and firearms and spending time online. There you go.
All right, Perry, introduce yourself.
Hi, can you hear me? Okay. Hi, Crystal. What's up? It's me, Purple Pear Gaming. I'm like a live streamer. You know, I'm kind of like, I'm a pretty cool live streamer guy. I like to talk about stuff. I'm here to save you from alcoholism by telling you that if you keep drinking, you're gonna end up like the trough. And also,
Thank
Daisy.
you. Go fuck yourself.
All right, Chronic, introduce yourself.
Sorry, I
Hi.
just want to clarify. I was talking to Crystal, not to you, Trough. So I don't know why I responded there. Moderator, can we like get like a action about this?
Hold on,
Chronic.
calm
No.
down. All right, Chronic, introduce yourself.
Hi. Hi. I'm tired. That's why. I'm chronic. I'm tired. Hi.
All right, perfect. For Chronic, why don't you give Crystal a rating out of 10?
In the wig, she looks like a 2, man. I don't know. What do I say, man? I'm being honest. Like, if we're being real here, David looks like a 10, and Crystal looks like a 2. Because
Bro, Chronic, why does Kathy sound more Indian than you, bro?
I'm British,
Why
and
is it your
Kathy
camera?
isn't.
So that was everybody's introductions of themselves. I'll get to my actual like rating and stuff in a bit. But yeah, we have Chronic instantly giving me a 10 out of 10. Thank you, Chronic. I feel a bit bad that I did just instantly snark him for not sounding Indian. But obviously I'm a bit of a racist, so I'm used to just the stereotypical, "Hello, sir. I would like to review your Google gift account. Please enter your credit card information." Which we do have Kathy, who does try to do the stereotypical Indian accent throughout the thing. But you also will see here Perry. He has beef with everybody here, basically. He hates Trough, he hates Salvo, he hates Kathy. So you'll see him sometimes if you watch the actual live stream from Ricky's end. You'll see him like soy out a bit, asking for a moderator all the time, being like, "Moderator, moderator." Which I do call him a bit of a for that on my own, but of course, due to me playing Rust, it corrupted my actual video for it, which is why I'm just using Ricky's view.
David, go first.
Go ahead, David. Perry's a little shy. Go ahead, David.
Oh, you want me to rate Crystal?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting someone like completely munted. Like, honestly, I was expecting someone more like Trough's sized based on what I know about Crystal. So, hey, honestly, I'm surprised, bro. Probably like a 7 out of 10. Like, not
Let's
too bad.
go.
Although, would have to see without the wig. I'm gonna have to agree with Chronic there. The wig does do like damage just because it's like fake nylon hair.
I had to like put myself down on your level, so that's why I have the wig on.
Are you like
No, that's
bald
true.
though? Or like,
No.
because I can tell like there's not much hair being like pushed down by the hairnet that you have.
Well,
on.
you don't know how to put wigs on, clearly, so.
All right, well, Crystal, what would you rate David?
Analyzing. 6.5. Actually, no, 6.
Well, wait. You gave Trough a 5, and you gave David a 6. Like, what's the difference?
David looks like he's
This
has
is skin.
muscles, so.
Skin privilege, bro. What the fuck?
David, are you okay with that rating?
I'm actually sorry.
What? With the 6 out of 10?
Talking to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually be fine with the 6. Like, I would say I'm like the mid guy of Colorado. Like you'll see like a bunch of me around.
Yeah.
It's not really like that unique of a face, honestly.
Perry, are you ready to answer or?
So yeah, I get my official rating from Crystal, a 6 out of 10, which honestly I feel like is fair. I have to be honest, of course. Like some people say it's cope for me to be fine with it, but like I don't know, bro. You didn't give me like a below average. Like 5 out of 10 is the average, or like the exact middle, you know. And I feel like, yeah, I'm like barely above mid. I'm not too repulsive in my opinion, but I'm not too attractive either, you know? Like I'm not full jaw Mew maxing, not not full looks maxing. I'm more of a gesture maxer in my own right. I prefer comedy over looks. But yeah, we get to my own rating of Crystal as well, which I gave her a 7 out of 10. Like I would say she's above average. like a bit more above average than me, honestly. Of course, she has makeup on, and we don't actually see her real hair. Which I feel like, depending on her hair, it either bumps her to an 8 or drops her to like my level of 6. I'll have to be honest. Like makeup, I feel like it does the same thing as like beards for men, like it makes them look a lot better. Like you see Trev here, I feel like if he shaved his beard, he'd probably have like no chin at all or like no jaw structure. So yeah, I like keep makeup as like their natural look, even though it's not true. But yeah, let's get into the next question and my next answer.
Moderator.
There's
Why
no
are
need to
Link
moderate.
interrupting?
There's no need to moderate, Perry.
Why Chronic interrupts me? He's trying to outmock me. I'm trying to serenade Crystal.
Dude, you sound so soy crying for a moderator right now.
Crystal, are you okay
David.
with this? Do you like a man that
Alright,
always
Perry,
cries for a
wait,
moderator?
no, Perry, you are not being asked. You have to answer the questions. This is not a game. This is a serious show. Answer the question. What's rating you give Crystal?
I was going to, but then Chronic interrupted me.
Who cares about Chronic? Tell
I
me
do,
that.
because he interrupted me.
I don't care about your caring. Just answer.
I believe
Move
you.
on,
You're saying
move
that in
on.
like a snarky tone.
David, earlier you brought up the fact
I don't know
that
how to
Crystal
say
is
it.
bald. Crystal is wearing a wig because she's bald. In bed,
He's wearing a cap.
would you have her keep
Ooh.
or take off the wig?
I'm not taking the wig off.
Well, it depends. Is she actually bald or?
No. I
Can you
mean,
believe
I
that?
could
Can you just
prove
prove that
I'm
right
not,
now?
but
Can you
I
just
don't.
No,
prove
she's
I
not
don't
bald.
want.
She's not bald. I've seen her. She's not bald.
Yeah, he's seen it.
Wait, hold on. Wait, everyone. Ricky, what the fuck are you doing? Did you start asking questions?
Yeah.
No, this is not how you
Wait,
do
what
it.
did
This
I
is not a group chat where like we just gossip together. No, you're gonna ask a question, and they one by one they're gonna answer it. Okay. So okay, let's ask the question again. Oh, sorry, I slipped my accent. Let's ask the question again, and then one by one they answered. So we're gonna go.
All right. David
the
already
same
answered.
order.
David already answered. Fedora.
So yeah, I again, like even if she is bald, like I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like women with less hair, but at the same time, well, I don't really care about hair. Okay. Like I either shave my head or I let it grow out to be more like a semi-mullet sometimes. I was more just asking because I was gonna make a joke about pulling her hair like a fucking Bronco, like just like pulling the reins back if I were to do back shots, which I do know this is a bit weird coming from me as yeah, well, it was a joke, obviously, but we do get to it in the next question of my opinions on sex outside of trying to conceive for a child, which I feel like I'll let myself answer, okay, and then I'll explain it more.
And this will be like such a good learning experience for like the men in this chat, because so far I've been on this call for a couple minutes, and the men on this chat, they're being performative for
I
the
just say-
other men. For the
True.
excuse me.
I don't talk.
I've noticed that all the men in here are like performing for the other men, and there has been like no direct attention to the ladies. So I
That's
want
not
to ask
fair.
the
That's not
panel-
very fair, Salvo. You need to give an example of this. You need to give an example, I think.
Well, I want to ask the panel. I want to go around and ask the men, because I'm not going to ask a lady here. All the men who are in competition with me for Crystal's heart. When was the last time you guys had sex with a woman?
All right, David, go first.
No, I don't even remember.
Wait,
bro. I
hold
don't
on,
remember
hold on,
this.
wait.
No,
Wait a
shut up,
second.
Kathy.
So-
Shut up, Kathy. David,
No,
when was
no,
the
you
last
shut
time
up.
you slept with
This is one
someone?
of the questions we have on our
It doesn't matter.
questions.
It doesn't
No,
matter.
don't. So
David,
don't,
when was the
don't let
last
the
time you slept with
contestant take
someone?
over, you fucking dumbass, Ricky. Ask the same question Salvo asked. Be a man, Ricky. Don't be a boy.
All right, David, when was the last time you slept with a woman?
Like sexually or just like in general?
Whichever one. You pick.
No, sexually. It matters.
Sexually, no sex, but that's because I'm not trying to have kids right now. So.
And how old are you?
I'm 20. I'm 20.
You're
bro.
20.
I'm 20
Okay.
in
Red
college.
flag.
I'm not trying to have
Red
a fucking
flag.
child.
Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Red
Is
flag.
it
You're
is
in
it
college,
just because like you don't want a child, or are there like religious reasons as well?
Oh, bro, you can pull out. You can wear a condom. You can fuck her face. You can
Well, yeah,
come
it's
in her
also
ass.
religious reasons. Like, if you want to fuck someone, you have to actually love them, you know? Like, I feel like if you're just
No,
having
you
sex to have sex, that's just, like, it's just primal, you know? You're not actually being like a real human being. You're just giving into primal urges.
All right, Fedora,
What
how do
does
you feel
Crystal
about
think
that?
about that
Because you're
response?
notorious.
Okay, yeah, that answer was a little soy. It was a little soy, I'll have to admit. But yeah, I don't feel like unless you're 30, you should really be trying to have a kid yet, you know? Like all the 30-year-olds I know, that's about when they've bought a house or started renting apartments officially, have moved out of their parents' houses. I feel like that's just like the perfect time to actually try to settle down and have children is about the age of 30. You've lived a bit as an adult, you've gone to party, all that, and now you can start to settle down and focus on what really matters, starting a family. Which I do love Salvo's answer here. He kind of gives like a Genghis Khan answer of I want to spread my seed across the world, which honestly, I feel like that is very valid answer. Like I feel like Salvo's the only one here besides Chronic who is also a virgin that gives a good valid answer of what you should probably be trying to do, like sex wise. Which I do get called out a bit here by other people that were watching. One, for the sucker, they're like, oh, you think sex is a primal urge, but look at you, you're sucking a sucker so that you can get sugar, because that's a primal urge. One, like, kinda, yeah, I guess you could say that's primal, but it's not, like, barbaric, you know? Like, it's like this act of, like, acting like an animal. Like a dog isn't gonna just, like, go to the store, get a sucker to, like, keep himself occupied. But a dog will, like, lick his nuts, hump everything in sight to get that, like, need of sex out. To calm that urge, you know? Like, I'm not, like, itching, you know? Like, it's something you can, like, stop. Like, I don't need a sucker. But, like, if I was a primal beast, I would, like, have to hump something. Like, I just couldn't control myself. So that's more why I say that. Of course, I do want to have kids, so that's another question that gets asked later. But something else I wanted to mention was here you see Kathy and Ricky start to fight, which I was bamboozled a bit. Like originally I went into this thinking, okay, yeah, this is just gonna be a troll thing. But then when I get in there, it's like it's a bit organized. Like it's a lot more organized than I thought it'd be. But then you see throughout the thing as Salvo joins, it starts to deteriorate. Apparently they actually had a list of official questions they were gonna ask, but then it seems they just decide to make it up as they go along. But yeah, let's get into my next answer.
From everyone. Go, David, start.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought this would be better planned out. I have to be honest.
Really?
Disappointed.
Really? You thought really? David's such an idiot. You thought this would be better planned out, David?
Well, yeah, I thought it would be a little better planned out.
Yeah,
What were you
you're-
expecting?
you don't got much going on. You don't got much going on up there,
not some
buddy.
Indian.
Yeah, you don't know what's
okay?
going on. Look at you.
I was expecting some plumber, not some random Indian.
You expected a plumber.
Oh, yeah,
Alright,
yo,
David
yo,
decided to waste his final words talking about the stream.
Alright, so I do rightfully get called out. I was more focused on like the actual shit show of a panel than actually giving my final words. But that's because like I didn't really have anything to actually say off that. Like I do feel like it was right to just use my words to call out, hey, this is kind of just a shit show. Like it seems like you guys wanted a better planned thing, but you just couldn't deliver. So then the next question, I'll say it myself. The next question is, would you cross-dress for Crystal? Which I give a bit of a, I guess you could say it's a bit of a type of answer to actually answer this, which Perry does kind of call out in his own gay-ass way of being like, oh, she's probing for your weaknesses. Don't answer this. Which I feel like that's pretty gay answer as well. But in my opinion, you should be able to like be okay dressing in maybe less masculine clothing if you're actually confident in who you are. But yeah, let's get right into my answer for this. Like what woman clothes? Bowsette, probably something like that, honestly, because that would actually be funny.
Whoa.
Would you like
Bowsette,
that,
you
Crystal?
say? I mean, her dress is super cute, so. And
All right,
very
Barry,
revealing.
same question.
So yeah, I answer with Bowsette, but that's just because like Bowsette is still a guy, you know. It's the same thing. Like Bowsette is cross-dressing as well. So I feel like playing as a cross-dresser or like dressing up as a cross-dresser would make the most sense, you know? It's like, oh, that's a cross-dress, he's cross-dressing. That's pretty obvious. But yeah, the only other thing I would kind of say I would wear is like probably like a sports bra with like baggy sweatpants, you know? I actually have an image here which I'll flash on screen. One of a pretty good Bowsette cosplay I've seen, and then two of like the type of thing I would wear that's more feminine. But yeah, besides that, yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you're confident as in yourself as a man, you should be okay with I don't know, just fucking around a bit, dressing as a quote woman, just in more like feminine outfits. Like as long as you're not like doing it for like other reasons. I don't know. Well, I don't really care about trans people. I have to be honest with you guys. I don't care if you're trans, non-binary, whatever the fuck. Just be confident in yourself. You know, don't like just give it your all if you want to become this thing. But yeah, just messing around as like a joke. Yeah, I feel like this is a pretty funny thing to do. Dress as Bowsette, go to Comic Con or wherever you would go. Maybe. Well, I don't think they would let you go to a Nintendo convention. So yeah, probably like something like Comic Con is where you'd actually see me maybe dressed up as either Bowsette or I have a bit more blonde hair. Blonde works better with me, so probably like Zero Suit Samus or as actual Samus in the full armor. It would be my other woman I'd probably cross dress as. But yeah, let's get into the next question here. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, let's get right into it. First heartbreak, oh yeah, sure. I was like 3 years dating this girl in high school, and she like moved states, so that pretty much sucked. 3 year relationship
Wait, you
over.
say
That's just
she
gonna
moved
say.
states to get away from your face?
Well, yeah, I'll be honest. You see her in the news right now, Celeste.
Did she
I'm
enjoy
using
it?
a face cam right now to appear from prison. This isn't actually me.
Okay, good one, David.
I
So
hate
David,
this fucking dude. That dude is like so
yeah, this
fucking
is
slimy and like poverty brained and
yeah, this is
like he's just gross. And it's like,
Salvo.
dude, you think like even like attempting a rape joke in front of a girl is a good
Yeah,
move?
that's Salvo. Do you
I
know
do
in
come from
India we
Lake
call
Nation, so that is our country's motto.
this kind of people white trash. Have you heard of that term?
White trash. He is so white trash. It's disgusting. It's embarrassing.
Crystal, would you feel safe in a room with David?
He's white.
Well, what I've seen him say online, maybe not. But
Crystal, who on this panel would you feel the safest with out of these contestants?
Aside from me, obviously.
So yeah, my first heartbreak. I'll actually divulge this story a bit more here because I was planning to, but then I had to pivot to a joke about my name being David and everyone knowing me as David. But yeah, let's actually tell the story. So, like freshman to junior year of high school, I was dating this really nice girl named Kennedy. She moved states from Colorado back to live with her mom in like Oklahoma, I think it was. But yeah, that's why. Well, it wasn't originally why. We were gonna actually try a slightly long distance thing, but then shout out to the goats, my boys, my lads, my knights in shiny armor. They actually found out that while in Oklahoma, she had started seeing and talking to a different guy. So yeah, luckily I was spared all the heartbreak. I was like, oh, she already moved states. Just a simple, hey, yeah, fuck you. But yeah, that I would say that's my first heartbreak. Obviously since then, like, I haven't really dated as much, nothing more than like a 2-week thing. But yeah, this one was my, like, I would say is like my actual first heartbreak. My only heartbreak as of now. And then let's get into the joke that I made saying I was D4Vid, the black rapper that you see in the news right now for killing Celeste. I make the joke because, well, Kathy rudely interrupts me, I will say, very rudely interrupts, being like, oh, to get away from your face? So, yeah, I made the joke being like, oh yeah, I know, I all this stuff, which I guess you can see as like a low-brow joke, but Crystal does laugh here. Crystal does come from the same review community. We're all from that type of community that does make edgier jokes, but then everyone else on the panel soys out and they're like, oh, that's such a white trash answer. Which I don't really view myself as like so to say. But sure, yeah, it's a white trash answer. You guys didn't like the joke as much. That's completely fine, you know. Comedy's subjective. Which I actually think the next answer or next question here is actually about what slurs are okay and not okay for white people specifically to say. So let's get right into that.
Okay, did you ask everyone a question? I have a question of my own next.
Yeah,
few.
go ahead, Kathy.
Wait, also, why did I get asked a different question than these guys?
Because you have an F slur. Okay, so next question right now. So, okay, everyone here is white, since we kicked Chronic. Or at
I'm
least
not white.
95,
I
right?
am mixed. I am mixed. I am not white.
Maltese.
Or at least
I'm
mixed
also
with white,
Maltese mutt.
right? At
I'm
least you
also
guys
Maltese
are not
mutt.
black. Okay, so classic question asked by an Indian. Do you think white people can't say the N-word, David?
Like, why can we?
No,
Is
I
that what
say,
you're
can
asking?
white people say the N-word? Do you think they can say the N-word?
Yeah, yes. It's just a word. You can
Just a
say.
word.
Well, obviously we're on YouTube, so we can't say the F slur here.
Yeah, don't
But
say
over
it.
on Kick, you can.
Yeah, but we are not.
You can say any word. They're just words. If you really want to cry over it, then you can. But it doesn't really get you anywhere, you know. So one, yeah, I get called a. For. I don't really know why actually. I have to be honest. Like again, this is my issue with the panel. It just wasn't really run well. Like they instantly switched to a different question of like who would you feel safe with, only off of my joke about D4Vid. But yeah, can white people say the N word? Yes, I feel like you can say. But that's I feel like it should have been why. Like like we should have been able to say why we think so, you know? Like all these answers I've been given, like I keep getting cut off. They want to keep my answers short because obviously I'm not the main content here, but they should have told me that beforehand, honestly. That's another issue I have here. But yeah, why can white people say the N-word? Well, I feel like anyone can say any word, as I divulged a little bit there. They're just words, you know, like all these like perceived harmful words. I feel like anyone can really say them, you know. Like of course you probably shouldn't. Like it does become like it does seem like a bit immature, which I do agree. Like if you spam these words, it's a bit immature. Like you have to actually it's like saying fuck a lot, you know? Like in VisiPops has been hotel animation there go, oh fuck this, fuck 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 fuck. Like it does like take away the maturity of like the actual words and like to know what they mean. You have to actually use them in like a good sense. I feel like it's more like bro, you know, like what up bro, what up, like exactly like that. But yeah, I feel like anyone can say like these words. Like I wouldn't be mad if a black person or a Mexican said those types of things. Like it's just banter at the end of the day, man. Like if you're actually mad, you should actually come up with a creative insult and reduce yourself to like middle schooler would be shouting after getting killed in Fortnite. But yeah, that's my answer here. Yes, you can say the N-word as a white man. But yeah, let's get into the next one. The next awesome question that was totally not improvised.
Out of my way.
Wait, you lured me because I did have a tool cover on me. Why did we make another one?
Trust. Okay. I'll keep that in the
David,
back of my mind.
earlier-
Balls. I have big balls and a huge cock too. So
Okay.
David, earlier you brought up that you haven't slept with anyone because you don't want kids yet. Do you want kids at all?
Yeah, down the line, I do agree. Like, probably like 2 to 4, based on your income, is like a good thing to have.
Very
And
acceptable answer.
ideally, at what age would you want that?
Probably like 30, because like your 20s, that's like time for college, time to actually like lock in education-wise, actually build up a career. I think by 30, that's usually when you're buying your first house, at least here in America. So then you can actually support your family and have one.
ain't nobody buying a house in America these days, David.
At
I
30, no.
love,
Oh,
your, I,
true.
love your, I
Well-
love your small town.
Well, I'm assuming you're like high middle class. That's where I am right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have a trust fund and everything. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Crystal, if you care about homes, I have a
So yeah, I kept in that blooper of mine because I actually I'm on Pushdoc for Discord. So instead of pressing V in game to talk to Ali Khamenei, I foolishly pressed Control, broadcasting my confusion to the entire panel. But yeah, let's get into my actual answer here. 2 to 4 kids, I feel like for the average household, based on like income levels in America, that's like a good range of kids to actually try to raise, even if they're not your own, even if they're adopted, like you can't have kids for whatever reason. I feel like 2 to 4 is like a reasonable number. Like, of course, you probably shouldn't have like 2 or more infants at a time. You know, like if you're gonna have kids, you should at least wait till like a few of them are like the oldest should be in like end of elementary, middle school, or like start middle school by the time the third is around. It's my actual opinion. Unless you're adopting, then it really depends on the age of your kid. But hey, the most important thing is you're actually trying to give the children a good home. You're trying to actually care for them as a parent. That's why I kind of liked Salvo's answer for the previous question of how many, like, have you ever had sex? He then says, like, I want to spread my seed everywhere, like Genghis Khan. I feel like, yeah, that's just a good thing to help humanity. Like, it stops inbreeding. Like, if you spread your seed everywhere, if everyone was doing that, it kind of lower down inbreeding and stuff, in my opinion. Of course, I'm not some genetic scientist, so I have no idea what I'm actually talking about here, just my own personal values. Which then I also get rudely interrupted at the end here by Green talking about his own house that he owns. And I also get interrupted by Salvo as he soys out about, no, you're not buying a house in America these days. Actually, yes, if you have a good enough income, there's plenty of houses you can actually buy. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you save up, you're coming from like an actual good like middle class area. Like I say high middle class because that's where I am, but I know family that's like lower middle class, like on the edge of poverty, that's still able to like they're still able to fully own their homes in this current economy of ours. Like they're still buying homes. Like my mom's a real estate agent, okay? I know what the housing market's looking like. Like I know it's dire, but people are still buying homes from all income levels. They're still finding places to rent and stuff, which even if you can't buy a home, 30 is still about the age like you're not living with your parents anymore. You're not living in like college housing, you know. So that's why I give that as a answer. But yeah, the next question here, which I'm gonna not show this as much. I'm just gonna talk through it. they ask the cred score, which mine sits about like 740-ish. It'll get up to 760 if I have a good month of credit, but my credit score isn't as high as it probably should be just because of credit history. I'm obviously 20. I haven't had a credit card for too long. But still, even then, 740-ish is a really good score. And yeah, that's that for that question. Let's get into the actual next one. I do give a full dedicated answer for.
Weird.
All right, David, do you have any pets?
Yeah, I got 3 dogs. Well, 2 technically. The other one's my sister's.
All right. And are you fine with the amount of pets Crystal has?
How many does she actually have?
4.
4? What are they? Because I see the dog, but
2 birds, a dog, and a cat.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Would you
Wait,
help
what
her
type
take
of
care
cat?
of any of the animals?
Like alligator. She's right up
Yeah, I would offer to. I would take care. Like if we're living together, yeah, I'd take care of them.
Sit down. Here's my kitty.
Aw.
So how many pets do I have? I give the answer 3 dogs. But really, I only have 1 dog. That's Ranger. I kind of consider Nash my dog because mainly I'm the one that's around taking care of them. But that's not to shit on my family. They do take care of Nash a lot as well, along with Maisie, my sister's dog. But yeah, I have, which you guys know if you've watched the kick streams, I do love my dogs. I do take care of them. You'll see Ranger, a chocolate lab, bouncing around sometimes or like trying to nudge me. You'll see Nash as well in the background. Maisie, she more likes to just cuddle up somewhere down in my mom's office. So that's why you never really see her when I'm streaming. I think maybe once she came into my room, but I'm not entirely sure. Which then Crystal has 2 birds, 1 cat, 1 dog. Which the only problem for me if we were to actually date and live together is the cats, because I do have a slight cat allergy, but that was when I was younger and it's completely gone now, but that is just something I'd like to put out there as a possible concern maybe. But obviously, yes, pets along with kids, you should make sure you're in a good financial place to actually have them, you know? You don't want to have your dogs or these animals that you love grow up in a terrible environment where they're not getting fed or walked enough or much attention and shit. But yeah, in total that would be 2 dogs, 2 birds, 1 cat. That's like a honestly, I feel like that's the perfect amount of pets you should have. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been kind of getting into frogs a lot more lately, so there'd probably be a little amphibious bullfrog running around. If you guys know anything about me, I am a big fan of Ark and the Beelzebufo, that extinct devil frog. But yeah, I feel like about like depending on each animal and their size, you can have like up to 10 pets really. It just depends on your ability to take care of them, you know? And the actual space that you're living in. Yeah, let's get into the next question. Salvo does leave here a bit and then gets knocked down to me, Trough, and Green, which this is my final appearance, sadly, as I get rightfully kicked for not really paying attention and just playing Rust and talking to my own stream over on, yes, I'll once again shill Nexus _ X6217X over there on Kick. Go follow, guys. Go follow.
Question
Could you keep
sucks,
them on a
man.
patio, maybe, or in the backyard?
Shut the fuck up. Okay, so next question. Would you be okay having a alcoholic, drug addict, junkie, piece of shit as a girlfriend or boyfriend for you, Crystal? So let's start with Crystal. Would you have a junkie? Wait, before we start this question, I want to. Okay, let Crystal answer draft. Don't jump to conclusions. You might like it.
I mean, alcoholic is fine everywhere in my
it's fine.
state. Everyone drinking is like the culture here in my state. So it's like everyone's already drunk all the time. So that's nothing new. But drugs, I would not date a junkie.
Well,
You're next.
Alright,
Would
sweet,
I?
okay, no.
Well, like how heavy is the substance? Yes, would you say?
Like coke.
shut the fuck up,
Trough.
David. Fucking
Like
you
trough?
again, bro. Who the fuck are you?
Well, if it's like trough, probably no, because I'm not joking.
I
I
mean,
thought this
trough
guy
can't be
almost
that
killed
bad, I'm-
himself.
No, we are talking about Crystal right now,
Honestly,
David. You're not dating Trough. You're dating Crystal.
Well, you
Would
said
Why,
you
I
like,
date-
asked,
listen, now-
I asked how much
Like,
the
now-
substance abuse is,
like,
and you
fuck
said
it.
it was like trough, right?
Oh my god. See, fuck. Listen, fuck you, fucking Kathy. You know.
My bad, guys. I got my timeline a little wrong here. Salvo leaves after this question, not because he got kicked off or anything, but because his phone actually died a bit. Which I don't know why he didn't try to charge it. I feel like if you're gonna be calling from your phone, you should make sure it's actually charged. But yeah, we have Kathy trying to start shit with Trough here because Trough, as I mentioned, and is shown an alcoholic drug abuser, which I do find this a bit gay, trying to, like, I feel like this should have just been about the actual dating show, which I know Raj, when he would do his shtick, he would actually bring up stuff related to one contestant at a time, but it wasn't really like that. It was more just, I don't know, this thing was just really poorly planned. But of course, Crystal gives her answers. She's fine with drinking culture, but when date a junkie, which I feel like junkie, like I feel like you're hard abusing drugs every day. Like the only drugs I've done is the Yart, weed. I probably wouldn't go more extreme than that. Like maybe mushrooms or acid I'd try a bit of, but obviously it's not everyday activity for me. I do have a bit of drinking under my belt, especially when during my trips to Ireland and Germany. But yeah, I'm okay with if they're doing drugs like weed, but if they're doing like meth, coke, and shit, probably fucking not. And I'm fine with drinking and smoking, obviously in moderation. But yeah, we get into our final question here. A bit of a silly one to end off on, in my opinion. Really out of left field compared to the other ones. I don't know if there was another contestant that was meant to be here that was actually this question was specifically meant for, because that's what it seems like. They had questions prepared for each major contestant. So yeah, let's get into my answer. A bit of a more immature one.
David,
Yeah,
would
I'm
you be open to cock and ball torture?
Like, what are we talking about here? Like, are you going at it with like stilettos or like a like
Could be a number
golf
of
ball?
things. Any torture.
Number of things? Like how far are you going?
Well, consent-wise, as far as you'd go. duh.
Okay. So, all right. So like we're talking like you ever see do you play Clash? Have you ever played Clash Royale?
I've seen it. I've never played it myself.
Okay. Well, you know what battering ram is, right?
Yeah.
Like you would be able to do that, is what you're saying. You would be able to have a battering ram just like smash this guy like to a fucking pancake.
If it's needed, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Like you only live once. You only live once.
Exactly. Try everything at least once. See?
I do have a
At
question.
least he's open-minded.
I have a question on that. Is that like full force immediately? Do we gradually build up? So on.
Oh yeah, true. Like how like there's gonna be foreplay, right? Like it's not gonna be like straight to the action.
Duh. Are y'all
Oh, no,
clear?
I wasn't talking about foreplay.
So yeah, that's my answer to the C and B T question, which obviously in a real world scenario, I probably wouldn't actually be open to that. I bit of a disclosure. I was obviously, well, I feel like I should state it here. I was obviously playing it up because I find it gay to run from a question like that. Like it's not like something you should take too seriously, Which I also was open to it in my mind. Like I bring up the Clash Royale. I know pretty gay to compare it to a video game, but that's what I know. Okay, like I was picturing like the Barbarian Ram. Like you have two huge muscular guys with this fucking log just running at your shit. Which I think Moist Critical has actually done a video on this type of thing. There's these monks in like I think it's like Mongolia or China, somewhere around there in Northeast Asia, that actually like train themselves to actually take nut shots like that. Which it's honestly pretty cool. Like they actually do have like full fucking battery RAM logs like launched at their shit. Which I'll try to insert a clip here of it if I can actually find it. But yeah, this is the last question for me, and then I'll play out my sad ending and my sad cutoff right fucking now.
Who would you eliminate
Physical
this
therapy, I guess.
and why?
Anyway, sorry, I kind of fucking. I put it.
No,
I
I
kind
can
of
do
said
any question. Let's Crystal talk.
What is this guy going on about? Anyways. I'm going to kick David only because he's been playing Rust this whole time. So,
Oh,
and
no.
I'm
Yeah, you gotta have to give
getting
him one.
tired of watching him talk without like actually.
Well, hey, I'm talking to my chat.
David, do you have any last
I have my
words?
own content going on as well.
Do you have any last words?
Final
Or-
words. Well, out of the two, well, I was gonna tell you this earlier.
Okay. Okay,
Nope.
David, give his last words. Okay, let's go. Next
Yo, what
question.
the fuck? I was muted. Okay, right.
So yeah, that's my gay ass ending there. I get really cut off, but I don't even know what my actual last words were. I was trying to get them in, which I was just gonna say like sorry for being a bit distracted, obviously, and stuff, and just I was gonna comment again on the quality of this panel and how I believed it was gonna go. Which, yeah, a bit of foolish of me there for thinking it was gonna be like an actual good panel. But yeah, you have Kathy who's like seething the entire time. He doesn't really like me or Green. Obviously, he's pretty mad that a lot of the actual content that he was trying to pull in left. But yeah, that's my ending there. If you want to see more of this, go over to Ricky's channel. Bye.